Good morning, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you happen to be in the time zone circle of the world. Thank you so much for showing up. I'm Alfred Poor. I'm your host for this health tech series of events for TechBlick. Today, we're going to be talking about aging in place and elder care technology. And I appreciate you showing up early. Uh, uh, as my grandchildren have learned from me, if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. So I want to thank you for showing up early. If you have any questions, I'd love to know, what it is that is on your mind about this. But I want you to think about what would it what would make this session a huge success for you. What's the one kind of takeaway that you're looking for that you think would make your spending a couple hours with us worthwhile? Um, I realize that everybody's time is very valuable, and so I've tried to pack as much information as I can into these sessions and hopefully make them as engaging and informative as possible. But I'm very curious if you could if you want to put something in the chat box about um, what's what's the one thing that you're looking for? What's the one thing that you hope to take away from the discussion today? We've got two panels lined up. We've got some really wonderful, well-informed, and engaging people, some experts that I'll be talking with this today, and covering this topic from a number of different angles, and perhaps maybe some perspectives that you perhaps hadn't thought about yet. Um, so I expect you'll find some things that you are familiar with, and maybe some things that you're not. Uh, So again, if you have a question that you want to make sure we cover, if you a topic that you think is more important, the most important thing for you that you'd like to connect with, uh, encourage you to just put a chat in. Um, we've got one saying, looking to better understand the gaps in technology and elder care and what the trends in technology are. That's a really good question. I share that goal. The whole gaps in technology. That this whole field has moved so rapidly in the last you even 10 years, but 5 years, very, very fast developments. But as you say, there's still gaps. And so hopefully we'll be able to poke around the edges, find some of the um, find some of the places where we can do better, where the holes are for products. And I think one of the points I think it's important to keep in mind is there's no one size fits all. So in order to address the needs of the elderly and their caregivers and their families, we need a full toolbox. We need a wide range of products and services to be available to help meet the different needs of people in the different stages of aging and the support that they'll need. But so definitely, it's very, very tricky to identify what's not there. So looking for the gaps in technology is a great way to put it, and we'll see if we can't cover some of that. Um, and so the format is we're going to have an hour panel discussion, and please feel free throughout the whole session to put questions and comments in the chat box. Um, they'll get fed to me, and we will do our best to cover as many of those as possible. There'll be a 15-minute break between the first panel and the second panel, and in that time, you'll be able to go to another site where each of the speakers will have a table, and so you'll be able to interact with them directly if you choose. Um, or you can use the 15 minutes to refresh your cup of coffee or whatever else you might need to do, return those urgent emails or whatever, and then we'll start the um, we'll start the second panel discussion at 15 minutes past the hour. That'll go for an hour, and then after that one, there'll be another networking session where you'll have the opportunity to speak to those speakers as well. So hopefully we've got a nice, interactive way. I want you to feel that you can just chime in anytime. Unfortunately, the tools we're using won't make it possible to bring people from the audience up on stage, but I'll do my best to present your questions and cover the topics that you feel are important. So, again, thank you so much for coming early, and it's top of the hour, so we'll get started. So again, welcome everybody. This is the first uh, event in the new health tech uh, new health tech series that I have partnered with TechBlick to produce this year. Every month, we'll be covering a different topic about health tech, and we're starting off with aging in place and elder care. And we have two excellent people here to get us started. Um, we've got Tony Dorman, who is the founder and CEO of Electronic Caregiver, and we have Sheila Lynn Simmons, who's the CEO of Logic Market. And so let's just quickly, Tony, if you would give just a quick overview of what Electronic Caregiver is about.
No, we're a fully vertically integrated telecare and health technology company. So we have kind of three legs to our stool. We have an array of PaaS, SaaS, and personalized patient-facing interfaces that provide demonstration, education, data capture, and remotely monitor patients. That is plumbed through a centralized telecare center staffed with RNs and CNAs and specially trained supervise equipment and do outreach to patients. All of that is managed through the third leg, which is a robust platform that provides all the health network integration, coordination with caregivers, both professional and informal. And our focus is on, you know, extending continuous oversight and support into the home to empower carers with early identification, with faster, more accurate, actionable data, so that we can get them to be able to intervene earlier, faster, and more informed to improve better outcomes. And all that's kind of rooted under an underlying philosophy, which is half of all the treatment failures in the world, especially for those with chronic conditions, and that's a third of Earth. Um, Half of the treatment failures are attributed to non-adherence. So most of the non-adherence is occurring in the home, and that's where we don't have the eyes and the supervision. So there's a lot of emphasis on making sure that we're getting support under people following through with their, prescribed care plan.
Excellent. The early detection, early action, better outcomes is certainly
Yep,
something that I believe in.
absolutely.
So yeah. So Lynn, give us a little overview about LogicMark.
Thank you. LogicMark has been around since 2007. We have been a technology innovator since then in terms of providing what is called within the industry the personal emergency response systems. And so, but for many of us who are in the consumer world, most of us know it as I've fallen, I can't get up type of wearable technology. I joined the company in 2021 to actually help pivot it and bring a lot more of the understanding of IoT technology, AI, and ecosystem infrastructure into the products. And so since 2021, we have been less of just a hardware company, but we have been a SaaS and subscription and services company. I see our jobs as doing two things. First and foremost, our job is to basically get our loved ones as quick a response and help as possible within what the doctors call the golden hour. And so it's surprising how, even if you have a medical device, difficult it is to get people the help that they need at the timeliness that they needed. And so our job, first and foremost, is to do that quickly so you could get the best health outcome. But as we are evolving the technology and what we have built is we're getting to the point of what we sort of look at as preventative and predictive technology. So gathering the kind of data that we can from the devices and our cloud-based infrastructure, AI, and our proprietary OS, giving us the capability to understand